up, everyone? Welcome to my first episode of Comic Recaps. Today we're going to talk some DC. Want my devil shirt? Oh yeah. Let's do this. So, first issue I'm going to talk about is Superman number 16. Now, we're off the Brainiac run, and we go right into Absolute Power. I really like the Brainiac stuff, and Absolute Power is kind of, I don't know, so-so. It's definitely better than Ben War, I tell you that, over at Marvel. But the idea of these Amazos that have been... Now, Amazo is a robot that can adapt to superheroes' powers. Kind of like Taskmaster, but a robot. Now, these are like juiced up Amazos, and starting off, Superman gets shot, and they're down. They're all at the Fortress of Solitude, trying to figure out how they're going to beat these robots. I like this book, but it's good so far. We'll see what happens in next issue. So after that, I read the first issue of Ram V's New Gods, and this looks to be exciting. I like Ram V. His Detective Comics run, his Swamp Thing run was amazing. So hopefully he gets a little crazy with this one, like he did with Swamp Thing. The High Flyer, who the opposite of Darkseid. Darkseid's dead in the beginning of this, and now he sees a disruption that there's a child being born, and he sends Orion to kill this child. But the child is the Mr. Miracle's kid, and Orion has to kill the kid. And he goes to Mr. Miracle, and he's like, "Get your kid out of here. I'll give you 7 days to escape, because I know that's what you're good at." And Mr. Miracle and Big Barda are on the run. So this was to be a little... it reminds me of the Eternals. It's all Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby's craziness. And it's in this comic. So if you like that, get on to New Gods. All right. The Titans was okay. It started good with Tom Taylor, and it felt like Young Justice, but now it's kind of same old, where Raven can't control her hell powers, and the darkness is overtaking her, and she's possessed, and they're in hell. It's okay. Like I said, the earlier issues were better. This feels like the book's coming to a close. And same thing with Nightwing, because I know Tom Taylor's leaving Nightwing, because the way he leads off the issue is Bruce Wayne takes off his Batman costume, and he puts on the Nightwing costume, and he's like, "Someone needs to save Bloodhaven." And I'm like, that's like a store manager going down to supervisor. I don't know. It's a bad analogy, but I just don't see Bruce Wayne becoming Nightwing. That's weird. Dark Knights of Steel All Winter. This had some cool moments of like Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, acting like Conan the Barbarian as a Viking. Like I said, it's a little bit too Viking-y, but it's a violent comic, so it's got that. Green Hour and Neuro Absolute Power. Red Hour is told by Batman that he and the Arrow family can't intervene with their Amazo fight because they're their last hope. He's basically putting them on the bench and saying, "Listen, if everything, we can't figure it out, you're our last resort." And they're like, "Nah." They find a way to get in, and they already screw it up at the end of the issue, where It's a good tie-in for Absolute Power. If you haven't been reading that Green Arrows with Amanda Waller and the Amazos, he's potentially a bad guy. But and then there is a Absolute Power origin story that tells the origin of Amanda Waller's intentions and why she's doing this. And it goes back to when her husband is killed by a drug dealer named the Candyman. So she goes into politics as a mother and wins the election with corruption. And it's a really good issue. Those are all the DC books that I read. I'm going to try to keep reading and updating you on what was your favorite read of this week. All right, talk to you later.